Welcome back to another episode of the Tip for Tap Podcast. This is episode 24. Today's gonna be just me and Max. So we're gonna be recapping some of the playoff games that just happened recently. It's been a long weekend. It's the second weekend of the playoffs. It's a lot. We've seen a lot of storylines, a lot of interesting matchups. A good. I think the Cavs and the Knicks and the Kings and Warriors have been the best first round series up until this point. But we're gonna recap every game, pick some winners and losers, talk about storylines, all that stuff. Some big storylines. So first off, I want to ask Max how he's doing today. Though we haven't filmed in around like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, it's been a couple days. Pretty good. This is my last week of full school until finals week next week, so I get to go home soon, which I'm happy about. Yeah, a lot of stuff in the sports world, so it's been a lot to whatever prepare for and watch. So it's been fun.
Also, the NFL draft is in a few days, so either we're gonna do some draft coverage Tuesday, or we might do like some instant reactions on Thursday. Probably do our winners and losers after day one, but we will be talking more NFL after the draft and during the draft period. Also, I think free agency should heat back up a little bit after the draft. Some teams still make some moves, so I'm excited to talk NFL. It is gonna be an NFL all season, so we're gonna start doing like ranking teams, ranking players, putting teams in tiers after the draft. We're gonna have a lot of NFL draft content, NFL content. We haven't talked
We
about it in so long, so
we touched on. I know we did it a couple weeks ago now, but we broke down the NFC South and their trajectory. Well, obviously we'll get back to that. Uh, Trying to finish out the divisions, just kind of talk about each teams where we think their future could go, what could be the ceiling and floor for them next season. So I'd say a lot more NFL stuff to come as far as right now. It's kind of like the dead season with the NFL. You got the not yet because you got the draft, but once the draft finishes up, free agency and the draft are both done. So you got to wait till OTAs and everything comes up. So we will be getting content out and we have a couple different ideas that we still got. Hopefully in the summertime to bring out to you guys.
all right, but let's get back on the NBA and let's get into some of our game four reactions. Some of these will be game three as well. Some teams play tomorrow or Monday. They're game four. So starting off, the Suns took a 3-1 lead over the Clippers. Kawhi missed his second straight game. I want to start off though because I want to ask you this, Max. Does the NBA owe Russell Westbrook an apology?
Um, yes and no. I love Russ. I think and obviously in game one we saw the bad parts of Russ, right? Shooting 3 for 19. But at the same time, even on a terrible night like that, he's still playing defense. He's still getting boards. He's still assisting. He's still, you know what I mean? He's still doing things. He's making winning plays, which don't always pop up on the stat sheet. I think the past, when did he go to Houston? 2021, 2019? Bubble year. He was in the bubble year. So
2019.
2019. So I think since he left the Thunder, I think people weren't calling him that toxic when he was on the Thunder. Obviously, he still got his Westbrook comments and he still got his stat padding comments and stuff. But from the Rockets to the Wizards to the Lakers and now the Clippers, Russ has been getting slandered on. Obviously, I think significantly for his play style, significantly for the shots he takes, just the shot. I think it's mostly offensively. I don't see many people comment on his defense, commenting on his playmaking. It's mostly just his shooting offensively, right? You get the bricks, you get he misses the backboard, whatever.
Turnovers.
It's kind of
Turnovers are
yeah.
pretty bad.
I think I get it. I think it kind of goes into what Katie and Chris Paul were talking about though. Like once Russ retires, though, people will kind of finally give him his flowers and like talk about him as an overall player and like the impact he made on the league. Um, but I think I know we had this in here. It's not in here anymore. Like, what can Russ still contribute to a team is still like up in the air. Can he be a number one, number two, even a number three? Yeah, I don't think so anymore. But he can still contribute a lot to a championship team. I think. I know we've had our disagreements with this. He could still come off the bench and give you good minutes. He could still play defense. It's weird seeing the primary defender on Kevin Durant this series been Russell Westbrook. I'm not really it's weird. Obviously, they understand each other's play styles, but like Russ has shown that, especially with Kawhi and PG out, he can still do a lot for that team. He's been scoring the ball. He shot pretty efficient last game. He's been shooting the three ball decently. He is showing some vintage Russ in some of his play style. So it's been fun to see, and I think hopefully make an impact on his career, his legacy, kind of proving a couple people wrong now. So
Nah, I mean, I do got to give him his props for these last two games, especially game. What was that game 4? He had 37 points on pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it was like 46, 45, 88 splits. So he had a very efficient game, and he dominated the Suns. But I want to say though, like he has no one to guard him. So I mean, they have no perimeter defenders. I expect him to do nothing less than what he's doing,
I,
especially with Kawhi
I,
out.
I thought Okogie was better. I thought Okogie was playing better defensively.
Bro, Okogie really wasn't the one guarding him, honestly. And
I'm saying,
Okogie
so
is
why would you throw someone else on there? Because I mean, I don't know, just like Eric Gordon's just chucking up half court threes. Like the Clippers offensively, their team is Russ. Why would you not throw your primary defender out on Russ? I mean, Norm Powell. Norm Powell dropped 42. So
I mean,
I guess that too.
I don't think Okogie can guard Russ, bro. Okogie hasn't even been playing that much this entire series. They haven't been playing him. He hasn't been playing. So I mean, game 1, he had that terrible game, but they still won. A terrible game offensively, but they still won. And then when Kawhi went out, he really turned it up. He averaging 26, 7, and 7 for this series. So I think, yeah, Russ has a lot in the tank left. Yes, for sure. He has some stuff in the tank left. I think he can contribute to a team. I don't know about a championship for him. I don't think he's going to win a championship in his career, but he's showing in this. He's really changing the narrative of Russ Westbrook in the last 2 games, and I don't know if it's recency bias because 2 games. I don't know if that's going to like really move
it's
me,
not
but
sustainable.
it's a 3-game sample size really because the first game he played bad on offense, but I don't know. I think your series is over. I think the Suns are definitely winning this in 5. Maybe Kawhi come back and they push to 6, but Paul George's not coming
Doesn't
back.
matter.
Kawhi's missed the last 2 games. I don't even know they're going to play Kawhi game 5, considering they're down 3-1. So I mean, it's not impossible to come back. Maybe Kawhi come back, but this series is over, and it's kind of tough for us because I think when he came in the Clippers, they thought this was going to be missing piece in their championship efforts because they needed someone that could attack the basket, create rim pressure, play make. They needed a true point guard. I thought they had that in John Wall, but even I think Russell Westbrook is a little bit better version than that. He's been competing on the defense end as well. He's been shooting 40% from 3 in the series, so he's knocking the 3-ball down as well. So gotta give my props to Russ. Go ahead.
I was just saying, it looked good for a while, right? In the regular season, it looked good. Game 1, it looked good. Like I get the shooting wise, but like it looked like he could contribute to that team. It looked like that team was ready to go. Obviously, you can't. I don't think a Russ-led Clippers team without Kawhi and PG are going to beat the Suns. I just think the one sad part about this is I don't see Russ going to a team this summer or next that's going to not be a contender, right? I don't think he will go to a Houston, Miami, or Houston, Orlando, Detroit, right? Like I don't think he's going to go to a bottom feeder team. I think he will try and go somewhere where he can still try and win the championship. So this might be some of the last vintage Russ we will see for a while. You know what I mean? Like I don't think we'll be seeing much more vintage Russ.
Go to a contender.
I mean,
right now he's on the vet minimum. I think right now he's on the vet minimum.
Yeah, I mean, like I think he will because like who's not gonna give him a vet minimum? Who's gonna pay him who's gonna pay him big money?
Yeah, I understand. Nobody's gonna give him big money, but I don't know. He probably get like 10. He can get to like 10 to 15 million a year.
I think I could see like
Pat Bev is getting paid $13 million a year, so he can definitely get that.
That's kind of crazy. But like I think Russ could go to a team like Golden State, a team like Milwaukee, a team like Miami, right? Miami has to retool now, but like a playoff contender, championship contender, right? Like a team who's poised to win.
Miami's gonna be fucking terrible. Guy. He should not do that. That is gonna be a terrible.
No, I that was at midseason. I kind of just said they got to retool. I understand. Don't worry. I think Golden State could be a decent fit as far as the guy off the bench. You can make fun of me all you want.
That is terrible. That's a terrible idea. They don't want him, bro. That's a terrible idea.
Why?
Because they have Jordan Poole off the bench. Why do they need Russ? They have enough guard depth off the bench, bro. I don't need that. They got
Jordan Poole is not the answer. I'm sorry. That might be one of the worst contracts. When we look back at this in a couple of years, you can call me out.
Bro,
that might
I
be
ain't gonna lie. That's crazy. That's crazy recency bias.
No. You can say whatever you want. Jordan Poole is a great guy.
Jordan Poole is an NBA champion, and he was like one of the biggest reasons.
That's cool.
No,
That's
Jordan
cool.
Poole. Jordan Poole was one of the biggest reasons they won a championship last year. He bought out in the playoffs. He bought out like all the way up until the finals, bro. This is recency bias. He bought out this year.
Awesome.
He
That's
bought out.
cool.
He bought out this year.
I'm
He
just
bought out
saying.
this year. He bought out this year when Stephen Curry got injured. This is crazy receipt bias about Jordan Poole. Like, come on, bro. Like,
I
that's
have not been on Jordan Poole's side for years. I have not liked Jordan Poole for years. He doesn't play defense. He chucks up crazy ass shots. I get it, right? Sometimes they fall. That's super cool. That's awesome. Don't get me wrong. But like, yeah, I've not been on the Jordan Poole train for a while. So that's not moving me, whatever. Like, that's great. Don't get me wrong. That's cool. I'm not saying Russ is a better fit.
He was the third best player on the championship team, bro, arguably. Was he not?
Third best?
Who was better than him besides Wiggins and Curry? Clay wasn't better than him. Don't say that. He was
As
not.
Overall contributions to the team. Because Jordan Poole only does one thing.
Draymond was not good in the finals.
Jordan Poole does one thing.
Draymond was not good in the finals.
He's 4 or 5.
How is he 4 or 5? Who's better than him? Clay's not better than him. Clay was not better than him last year.
He's 4 or 5.
How is he 4 or 5 though? Clay was not better than him last year.
He was 4 or 5.
How are you justifying that by saying that though? Who's better than him?
I'm putting Draymond over. I think Clay. Clay can have a discussion. I'll put Draymond.
Clay's not a discussion. He was clearly better than Clay last year. So I don't know why you even saying that. He was clearly better than Clay last year.
Jordan Poole can score the basketball when he's on. He's on. I'm not a big Jordan Poole guy, so that's fine. But yeah, keep moving. We're talking about the Clippers and Russ. Keep moving. Yeah, I think whatever. Just go into a team next year. We can see what he contributes. But yeah, I think Russ's future is very much held in his own hands, right? He can retire if he wants to. He can take a pay cut if he wants to. He can kind of go do whatever he needs to do. So.
Okay, so another little subtopic with this is let's talk about the era of the Clippers has been a failure, to say the least. In 2019, 2020, you blow a 3-1 lead to the Nuggets. In 2021, Kawhi gets injured, Paul George balls out, but you lose in the conference finals. 2022, Kawhi and PG both get hurt. You guys miss the playoffs. 2023, Kawhi gets hurt, Paul George gets hurt. Y'all going out in the first round. It's been a disaster. Like, we're going to look back on that trade with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It's going to look crazy, bro. That they traded Paul George for Shai, and Shai already better than Paul George as we stand right now.
Yes.
The Clippers are a disaster. The franchise is crazy. Like, it's in a crazy place right now. The future does not look bright at all. They have 2 injury-prone superstars. They're a plus 30 as for their age. And it's like, I don't know. I don't think the Clippers are ever going to win a championship with Kawhi and PG. They can't stay healthy. I don't see it, bro.
Unfortunately, I agree with you. I love PG. I don't know. It's like it looked cool, right? It looked cool when they're on paper. It looks cool when they play the Lakers. You know what I mean? It looks cool when they're both healthy. But like availability is the biggest. It's the biggest thing. You know what I mean? Like if you're not available, it doesn't matter. So I mean, I think they'll give it one more year. They'll try and retool one more time. I think next season will be the time where we actually see something getting blown up. I don't know what the contracts. Are the contracts at the end of next year? Or they re-signed for a while, right? PG's 5 years. Is PG 5 years?
PG locked up for a while, bro.
So PG, I mean, it's better, I guess, because now you have a little bit more attractiveness for a trade, right? If they're just 1-2 year contracts, but they're actually locked down. Yeah, I don't know about Kawhi. I'm trying to look it up.
I'm doing it right now. Paul George and Kawhi are both free agents at 25, 26. So they have one more year.
25, 26. So you got
both of them next year are making both of them next year are making 48 million. Both of them.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, so I think they'll retool one more time. What pieces you go after, I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, I think the Clippers, like I said, with whatever. I was talking about, did I say Dallas or something? Yeah, I said Dallas will be in trade talks with different superstars. I think the Clippers will be in trade talks with different superstars trying to bring someone else to LA. But yeah, I mean, I think again, if they're healthy, they've shown that it can work the regular season, but playoffs a whole different animal. Yeah, it's I think
they got 2 more years. They got 2 more years. Kawhi got a player option in 2024 to 2025.
Okay.
So basically, they essentially have 2 more years.
If they can't win a ring next year, it is an all-time fail. right? If they can't win a ring, it's your all-time fail. They traded their entire franchise to us, to the Thunder, right? We have every piece of their franchise that was valuable to them in the future. They still gave away pieces for Eric Gordon this season. They got Russ, obviously trying to make it work. We'll see if they re-sign him. But yeah, it's sad, but like it's obviously has not worked out at all.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So that's all I really have to say about the Clippers. Future, them losing the series. If they don't win the championship next year, you got to blow it up. You got to retool. You got to rebuild something. It's not working. I don't think they're going to the championship.
Well, like blowing it up, like I think that's the only reason why I'd say to do it this summer is you can get as much shit back for your players as possible. Because
I'm not gonna lie, Paul George's trade value is dog shit. Both of them, you can't trade Kawhi and Paul George, bro. They don't are injury prone superstars. They're not. You're not getting anything for them. You can't bank on the help of Paul George. You cannot bank on the help of Kawhi Leonard, especially Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is.
I was gonna say, I think Paul George. I think.
What do you get? You get maybe 2 first-round picks for Paul George. Maybe 2 first-round picks.
That's not bad. At this point in time, that's not bad. If you get 2 first-round picks and a young player, I'm doing it. Like you need to get something back in return.
I'm not trading my young player. What young player are you talking about? I'm not trading my young player for Paul George.
All right, can I? Let's see. And I know the answer is going to be. So I'll just say I'll limit it to one first-round pick. The Houston Rockets call. They want a first-round pick in Jalen Green for Paul George. Who wins?
I'm saying no. Just on those Clippers. What the fuck? I don't want him.
You're saying no if you're the Clippers.
Yes.
If you're the Clippers, you're saying no. If you're the Clippers, you're saying no. 2 first-round picks.
No, I don't want Jalen Green. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing? I don't think that. You know how I feel about Jalen Green, though. So I don't know why you. I don't know why you saying that.
What better value are you gonna get from anywhere else?
Bro, I think Paul George can go to someone like the Knicks or somebody like that. That's a better option for sure. And you probably could throw like Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett and Quentin Grimes.
So I'm gonna need 4 first-round picks just to take RJ Barrett onto my team.
Nah.
I don't want RJ Barrett.
They're not getting any.
I would rather have Jalen Green on my team than RJ Barrett. I'd rather have Jalen Green going forward than RJ Barrett.
I guess. Yeah, that's true.
Huh?
I'm
sorry.
Not denying that. You're not forgetting.
I don't want RJ Barrett.
Let's move on. Let's move on to the Sixers. They swept the Nets without Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid didn't play last game. I want to start off with the Nets though. What is next for the Nets?
Yeah, I have no idea. That's a weird ass team. Yeah, I don't even know where to start with that. I mean, you're the soon to be Nets fan, so you can
I know where to start. I mean, they have it kind of reminds me of
first of all, you got 2. I think you got 2 or 3 pieces you have to keep.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody besides Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges could go. Honestly,
I'm picking Claxton. I'm keeping Claxton. Those are my 3. Yeah, Bridges, Johnson, and Claxton are the 3 that stay.
Everybody else can really go. I'm about to look up the contract situation right there.
But they do have a lot of what we talked about. They have a lot of bench depth. You know what I mean? You got a lot of shooters, players.
It's kind of sad that the Ben Simmons is on the hook for 2 more years of $40 million. So that's not ideal.
I'm almost 100% sure he's going to. I feel like he's going to trade this year. I feel like some team's going to trade for this year.
Bro, nobody wants Ben Simmons, bro. Like, be fucking for real. Like, be real, bro.
I don't think
nobody wants Ben Simmons. Nobody wants Ben Simmons.
He will not be playing in a Nets jersey next season. He'll not play next season.
No one's trading him. Nobody's trading for $40 million of trash ass production. Now
he will not be playing in Nets jersey.
I want to talk about Mikal Bridges though. We haven't gave Mikal Bridges enough attention. What do you think Mikal Bridges' potential could be? He balled out in the playoffs this year. We
talked about this.
I don't think we talked about it. We didn't talk about this enough, though. Especially, and it was before the playoffs. I think a lot of people's opinions was that they didn't see Mikal Bridges in the playoffs. He balled out against the Sixers for like 3 games. So after the playoffs, what do you think Mikal Bridges' potential could be?
3-and-D, obviously very, very good, right? You're trying to look at who's a good 3-and-D player in this league. I think. I mean, what's the peak 3-and-D player we've seen in the past 10 years? It's the past 5 years.
I'm going to say.
I think he could be a step down for PG. as far as scoring the basketball, playing defense. That's like I don't know any other player comp to put him to next to PG. He's good defensively. He can shoot the ball. He's good offensively. Like you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Like,
because I think Mikal Bridges can be the second best player on the championship team. I mean, no, my bad. I think Mikal Bridges can be the third best player on the championship team. Like the third best player on the championship team. No, he can't be a two.
PG
Not
can
on
be
the championship. Yeah, PG can be two. I don't
two.
think.
So I
don't
agree. I
think
think
Mikal
he's a
Bridges
step
can be
down
a
for PG.
second.
I think he's a step down for PG.
I think that's his ceiling. I think he showed that he can be like a 24 point per game scorer, elite defense, nice shooting, good mid range game. But I don't know, bro. Mikal Bridges, third best player on the championship team. Yeah, that's his potential for me.
So do you think if you had him in like a number one, like if you switched Chris Middleton and Mikal Bridges, would that work?
Yes, and the Bucks would be better because he's better than Chris Middleton. So yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. Like if he is with a number one, then I think he works as a number, right?
But you can argue that Drew Holiday might be better than him though. So
I don't think so. I love Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
it's a conversation. I don't think Mikal Bridges is clearly better than Drew Holiday.
Do you think? Yeah. What pieces do you think that Brooks would want to
add? Well, I mean, they just have like a team of good players right now.
Hold on, wait. You said Drew could be a number two on a championship winning team?
They win a championship this year. He could be the number two. So yes.
But like, I think only with a number one. I don't think
if they win this year, is he not going to be the number two?
I don't think you can throw him on the Lakers. They're number one. If you throw him on the Lakers and take out AD, put in Drew Holiday, I don't think they're a number two.
If he wins the championship this year, he's a number two on the championship team because he's better than Chris Middleton this year.
But I'm saying only if you have that guy, that top 7 superstar.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but they do have the top 1 player. He's the best player in the league.
Like I don't think Drew on the Mavericks.
I don't want to get into
Drew and Kyrie. I'm saying if you not Drew and Kyrie, I'm
not disagreeing with that. That's obvious. Obviously, he's not going to be number two. Ben Simmons though, the struggle is they have Ben Simmons on contract for another 2 years, and then they have Mikal Bridges locked up for 3 years. They got Spencer Dinwiddie. He's a free agent after next year, so that's good. He can get up because Spencer Dinwiddie should not be getting $20 million. Joe Harris, they got him until 25, 26. They got to try to trade him away. He sucks.
How much?
Joe Harris
is making?
Not that much though. He's making 12 million, 13 million, 14 million, 15 million. But Joe Harris is garbage. So need to get rid of Joe Harris. I'll probably keep Dorian Finney-Smith or trade him to contender. I think you can probably get like a first round pick for Dorian Finney-Smith, depending on what team it is. Royce O'Neal is going to be a free agent after next year. He can move. Claxton is signed
after next year. After next year.
Yeah, after next year. Resign Claxton.
Royce could get traded to a contender. Royce could be a trade deadline move next year.
They should just move all these. They should make a whole bunch of trades, move all their players. I think
for first.
Seth Curry is a free agent. They got Patty Mills for 1 more year. Cameron Johnson's a free agent now. Cameron Johnson, they need to re-sign him immediately.
How much you paying him? What is too much for Cam Johnson?
20 mil. 20 mil is
cool. That's the number you want?
Yeah, 20 mil is cool.
Can Cam Johnson
they got Cam Thomas.
Team? Or he's just a role player?
Cam Johnson is a role player. He's a high-level role player.
Yep.
But I just think that for the future of the Nets, they just need to try to trade some of these veterans for picks and draft capital and just start the rebuild. I think they should keep either keep Mikal and have him as a cornerstone as your franchise, or move into contender for a lot of draft picks. Because I think they were offered like 4 draft picks for Mikal. Mikal can show he can be a high level scorer in his league. I think they've let his value get up to the highest it's going to be, and moving him would probably be beneficial. So
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I don't think they have the capital to trade for him. Dame Lillard on the Nets.
No.
Can they be what? What's their ceilings? What, mid-tier in the East? Not better than the Bucks. Not better than the Celtics.
First round exit. First or second round exit. First or second round exit. That team is not gonna be good, bro. First or second round exit.
Second round exit, I think. Yes.
The shit you have to give up for him, I don't even know who you're gonna keep, and they're still second round exit. The Dame is not moving me, bro. But let's talk about the Sixers. They get the sweep. You know, Embiid doesn't play game 4. Tyrese Maxey played good this entire series. James Harden had a couple stinkers throughout. What do you think about their potential in the second round? Like, obviously going to play the Celtics. The Celtics not beating the Hawks. I mean, the Hawks are not beating the Celtics. So, do you have any chance against the Celtics in the second round?
With or without Joel Embiid?
Obviously, with Joel Embiid, he's not going to miss it. He's not going to probably. I mean, if he misses series, it's not a question. Without, they're going to lose. But with Joel Embiid,
if Tyrese Maxey is playing how he was playing, I think they have a chance. I'll still take Boston. I might push it to 7 instead of.
I think it's gonna go. I think it's gonna go 7 as well. I think it's gonna go to 7.
I think only if Tyrese Maxey keeps up production. Only if Maxey keeps up production. I think it's great to have JoJo and Harden. Boston's good defensively. If you can get another scorer going, like Tobias Harris will go off once. He'll have a good game one time in the series, right? Tobias Harris will be a number 3 one time in the series. But I need Tyrese Maxey to be that number 3 consistently, maybe even push out Harden for that too, right? Like I think Tyrese needs to be on point for this game with the bench depth Boston has and with the guard defense, the defensive prowess to have at the guard position. Maxey needs to be scoring. So I think if those 3 play, if you can actually have a semi big 3 with Maxey, Harden, and Joel Embiid all producing, I see no issue why it could go 7, why they could maybe win.
They're not winning the series, but they can definitely go 7 though. They're not beating the Celtics. The Celtics are the best team in the league as far as roster build-up. They're not beating the Sixers. No chance.
First of all,
no chance.
I don't think. First of all, if you have it going 7, that means there is a chance. That's wild to say it's going 7, but there's no chance they win.
They're not beating the Celtics, bro.
That's cool. I don't think they are either. But I'm not going to say
it's
going to go 7. Yeah,
no chance. No chance is strong. No chance is strong. But
if it's just Harden and Embiid taking on the Celtics, yeah, they're not winning.
I mean, it's only one basketball. So if Tyrese Maxey plays well, if James Harden plays well, if Embiid plays well, they can still lose because I mean they literally can. I think the Celtics are a much deeper team than them, like by a lot.
Yeah.
I think they have the 2 best players in the series. I think as far as Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are a better duo than Joel Embiid and Harden, in my opinion.
So hold on. You said they're the best 2 players in the series, or they're the best duo?
The best duo. Series? They're the best duo in the series. So,
because I was gonna say they definitely are the best 2 players.
They have the best defensive backcourt in the NBA with as far as 3 levels, as far as Derek White,
Brogdon, Smart,
and Brogdon,
Brown.
And so I don't know where you see Maxey going off because that's probably not gonna happen with him getting guarded by them.
I'm just saying if he can keep up production. I see no reason why I can't go 7. I think majority is going to be all the pressure, in my opinion, is going to be on Embiid. If Embiid's healthy, obviously, I think it could be. I think Boston could win the series, and it could just be a scapegoat of Embiid saying he was injured. Right? I wasn't feeling 100% the series. I wasn't feeling 100%. Like Embiid's got to show something. He's got to beat the Boston. He's got to go to the finals. He's got to do something sooner than later. Right? Like I don't know. Like it's similar.
No, he does though. He does though. He does though, because if Joel Embiid wins MVP again this year and he doesn't make it past the second round, it's gonna be a dialogue have to be started because at that point it's like, what are we doing? Like you have to actually make it past. He hasn't even made it to the conference finals, so come on, bro. You're MVP. You cry about his MVP for so long and you don't make it past the second round. If he doesn't beat Boston, we have to start having a conversation, bro. We have to, bro. We have to.
Like and like you can say what you want, but like it's the same thing with Jokic. Like Jokic has to do something, and I get it, you can't have 2 players win a championship. But, like, it's not Jokic and it's not Embiid. Like, something's got to happen. Like, we look at the past, 5 MVP winners? Let's just – if we count Embiid this year, it's Westbrook, Harden, Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid, right? Let's just say Embiid's going to win this year. Only one of them has been in the finals. Only one of them did the finals, right? Obviously, Westbrook and Harden a while ago. Only one of them went to the finals, right? Like, you had 2 years of Giannis. He went to it. 2 years of Jokic, and now Embiid, like – these guys aren't even getting past the round, right? Like, at least Harden was going to the Western Conference Finals. Like, if these guys aren't doing anything? Like, I don't know. It's like the MVP is great, but at the end of the day, like the top players win, right? Curry goes, LeBron goes, KD makes a push, Giannis. Like the top players are getting it done. They've showed that. So I don't know. Like, I mean, if you're Philly and this happens year in and year out, like. Do you look to trade an MVP? You know what I mean? Like he can't get it done, but do you look to trade a guy like that? Like you have no direction. Your ceiling's a second floor.
They don't have a decision with James Harden if they want to re-sign him this year. That's a big decision, or they want to bring someone like Dame in, or what they want to do. I don't know what they need to do, but
I'm with you. I don't think Dame. I still don't think Dame moves me, but I still don't know if Dame's
better than Harden though.
But how much you have to give up to get him? One, right? Because you're gonna have to give up Tyrese Maxey. Probably you're gonna have to give up Tyrese Maxey. You're gonna have to give up, I don't know, picks and another depth piece. Harden probably will leave free agency because you might not have the money to fit with him. So now you're going up with Dame and Embiid. That's great with a lower bench, and you're still playing the Bucks and you're still playing the Celtics, who their team's roster probably hasn't changed that much, and they have both made the finals in the past 3 years. So again, I'm with you. I don't think Dame really moves me in that sense.
Moving on to the today, what happened was the Knicks took a 3-1 lead over the Cavs in the Garden. Now, I picked the Cavs to win the series in 6 games. Obviously, that's not gonna happen. But I did switch my pick in games after game 1. I'm not gonna lie. I switched my pick after game 1.
That's weird.
Did I not? Did I or did I not?
I don't think so. I don't.
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Remember, it was me. It was Rivs on the podcast. Remember Rivs on the podcast? I said,
was that? I thought you said you're sticking with the Cavs. Maybe you
no.
Maybe Jordan said he was sticking with the Cavs.
No. I saw it early. The Knicks, bro. The Cavs bench depth is terrible. That's why I switched my pick because I saw it. You love
jumping. You love jumping. You love jumping ship. You love jumping ship when you can do it.
I mean, I got to analyze what I see, and I saw that the Cavs bench is terrible. Donovan Mitchell had a stinger today. Oh my God, he was 5'18". Dear God,
11. Yeah.
Yeah, Darius Garland was the best player for the Cavs today. And Jalen Brunson has been outplaying Donovan Mitchell this entire series, besides a couple games. And so, that's just crazy. I got to give my respect to Jalen Brunson. I did not know he was as nice. Like, honestly, I didn't know he was as nice. Shout out to Tibbs too, though, because Julius Randle's playing ass today and he benched him, and that's a great coaching decision right there. We see RJ Barrett finally waking up in this series, and that's because he got carries to break guard him and shit. So I mean,
waking up, still shooting 0 for 6 from 3, still taking. You know what I mean?
He had 27 points last game and 26 points. 20, what do you want to do?
I'm just saying, still shooting. Got to be I'm taking word out of Latif. Out of Latif loves both. You got to be efficient. And
was his 3-ball? Was his 3? What was his total field goal percentage? You talking about 3%, 3-point percentage? Total field goal percentage was
9 for
that's
18.
Still good. That's a good.
I'm just saying,
that's good efficiency. What are you talking about, bro?
0 for 6 is tough. 0 for 6 is tough from 3. I guess he's not a 3-point shooter. People want to be a 3D guy, whatever. Still, I disrespected the Knicks. I still am, but I disrespected the Knicks a lot in the offseason.
This series is over.
Whatever. I think the Knicks will take either.
The series is over. This series is over. I think the Cavs won game. The Cavs will game 5, but the Knicks are going to win game 6 at the Garden. So this series is over. They took care of home court. I did not think they was going to do that. But the biggest reason the biggest reason that this series is like this is because of the Cavs' depth, and they're gonna have to upgrade that in the coming years.
What do you look towards?
They need someone like OG Anunoby at the wing spot as an upgrade over Javon Okoro, because first of all, Okoro has no offensive game and he's good on defense, but that's about it. But
what'd you call him? Hold on, wait. What'd you call him?
What you mean? I said he has no offensive game.
No, who'd you say? OG Anunoby's better than who?
Javon Okoro. Or Isaac Okoro. See, that's what I'm saying. He's so bad, I don't even know his name.
Shout out Javon.
Yeah, shout out Javon.
Shout out Javon.
No, you know that's Javon, our friend, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
I thought it was funny.
All right. Yeah. I always mess up, bro. Every time I think of Okoro, I always think of Javon. But anyways, that's Isaac Okoro, Isaac, bro, no, he sucks. So they need to upgrade with somebody like OG Anunoby. I know he's gonna cost a lot of money. He's gonna cost assets as well. Yeah. So I don't know. They're just gonna get a 3D player that can actually create on offense. And so they need to upgrade that. They need to upgrade their bench pieces as well.
They also just gotta relax. Darius Garland's young. Yeah. Donovan Mitchell's young.
I'm not gonna lie though. No one expected them to lose the first round. I think this is a disappointing season in my eyes.
No,
it's definitely a disappointing season in my eyes.
It's a disappointing season.
If the Cavs lose in the first round, it's a disappointing season. They were not supposed to lose in the first round. So. Everybody had them beat the Knicks. This is a disappointing season. I don't care if they're young. I don't care if Darius Garland is his first playoff. I don't care if this Evan Mobley's first playoff. They were not supposed to lose in the first round. You have the best player in the series.
At the start of the season, where'd you have them?
The fifth or fourth seed, like they are now. And I had them advancing into the second round. They should be a second round team. People, bro, before the season was started, people were talking about this Cavs team like they could make the ECF potentially, bro. People were talking about this Cavs team like they could make the ECF. It was not out of the realm of possibility. A lot of people like that. So before the season, you didn't think the Cavs could potentially make the ECF?
I guess I didn't think they were better than Milwaukee. I didn't think they were better than Boston, and I didn't think they were better than Philly.
What does that got to do anything? I mean, like that. Depending on what
you got to come across two of those teams to get to the ECF, and I don't. It
depends on what seed. It depends on what seed they got.
But I'm just saying, if I think 1, 2, 3 is Milwaukee, Boston, Philly, they got to go across one of those teams to get to the ECF, and I don't think they're better than them.
I think there's a potential. I think they potentially could. Though. I think they potentially could. Before the season, I thought that. For me, this is a disappointing season for the Cavs. It's disappointing. I thought y'all should not be losing the first round. First round exit is a disappointment of the season for Donovan Mitchell. Like Donovan Mitchell should be playing his best. It's a disappointment. But I also want to talk about Evan Mobley because coming to the playoffs, people potentially thought that Evan Mobley could take this jump, and I just don't see it offensively. Like I think he's a generational defender. I know he's only in year 2. But he needs to develop an offensive game.
Time.
He needs to develop.
They got time.
He needs to develop offensive game.
Don't call him a bust yet. They got time.
What are you talking about? I didn't say he's a bust. I just say he's a generational defender. Before this team, for this Cavs team to move forward in the future to be an actual contender, they need Evan Mobley to take an offensive jump. They need him to be good on offense. Like not 15 a night. They need like 18.
They need him to be number 3. They need him to be number 3.
They need him to be 18, 20 a night. Like. They need him to develop a actual face-up game, the mid-range three-point shot, some post moves or something. Because right now he has no offensive game. He needs to develop that, bro.
Again,
like watch him.
It's year 2. It's year 2.
I don't care. They need
year 2.
They still need him to develop that.
Oh my gosh!
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh! He showed signs he can do it. He showed signs.
When he showed signs,
he's played well this year. He can play great on defense. We've talked about that. He's got that done. Good, done. He showed times this year.
He's played well on defense, yes, bro. But watching him against the Knicks, he was missing wide open layups and shit like that, bro. I don't want to hear that, bro. He needs to develop an offensive game. Like the next step for this team is getting a wing defender. The next step for this team is getting a wing scorer, a bench, and Evan Mobley taking an offensive step. That's when the championship window will open. When Evan Mobley takes an offensive step,
I get it.
That's what they need him to do.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. The regular season, he averaged 16 points a game. That's not bad.
That's cool.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
That's cool. That's nice.
What do you want a number 3 to average? 20? I get it. That's 20. That's 4 more points.
Are they not number 3s averaging 20 points? Are they not number 3s averaging 20 points?
Huh?
Are they not number 3s that are averaging 20 points in the NBA? They are.
Yeah, it's not. I'm just saying, like
Jordan Poole.
What? How much is Jordan Poole averaging?
21. I'm not even trying to compare Jordan Poole. I'm not comparing Jordan Poole and Evan Mobley, but I'm just saying though, it's not even about the points per game thing. He needs to take an offensive jump, like develop a face-up game, develop a post game. Like I don't think he has that many moves around the basket. He just doesn't.
I mean,
how many points? How many points are them points assisted on? Probably a lot of them. Probably a lot.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't have that stat in front of me. I'm just saying, look through his game stats. He shoot whatever. He has games where I get you're saying 20 is not enough. He scored 20 in a handful of games. He got 38 in a game. He's got
talk to me about his playoffs.
Like,
talk to me about this playoff series. What does he have in his playoff series?
Didn't you literally just talk about recency bias for Jordan Poole about him not being a good player because it's recency bias? But then
I'm talking about his offensive game.
I'm just saying, like
I didn't say he was a good player.
It's been 3 bad games. It's recency bias.
I'm not saying he's been playing bad. He just needs to take it off his jump for this team to.
Oh my,
bro, he needs to take. Yeah, true or false for this team. True or false? True or false? For this Cavs team to take. What?
I'm sorry. I was trying to make sure you got your words out there.
No. True or false for the Cavs to take a. Bro, stop laughing. True or false for the Cavs to take a. Bro, I don't know why you trolling, dude. True or false for this Cavs team to take another leap into championship contention, Evan Mobley needs to take offensive jump. True or false?
100%. I said that.
Okay, so what are you talking about?
But I'm saying you're saying, he doesn't have this. He doesn't have that. He's got to develop this. He shows signs he can.
Does he have offensive game?
He can.
Does he have an offensive game? Yes or no?
Have I watched Cavs game this year? No.
Okay, then
Let's
you
see
don't know
this.
what you're talking about.
I'm just saying we gotta chill out. He's had games where he goes off. Like he's had games where he scores points. He's had games where he
He
puts
said
up 20 points a
36.
game. Huh?
Bro, what are you talking about?
What am I
I'm
talking
gonna check
about
his
with him
stats.
having games where he had 38 for a game. He had
When was that?
31 for a game. He scored 38 January 21st. Scored 38 on 70% efficient on 70% shooting percentage. 70% from the
This
field.
this in this in this playoff series, he's averaged 11 points and 10 rebounds.
Recency.
On
Fire.
47, bro, 47% from the field as a center? What are we doing?
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
That's not good, bro.
That's rough.
That's not good, bro. I know he in year 2, but I'm just saying he got to develop an offensive game. 47% as a center is not good. It's not. That's all I gotta say. You got anything else to say about the Knicks
I'm
Cavs?
also I'm just looking around the league. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not tweaking. You got I'm not gonna say very few, but you got a couple of teams, not many teams who got 3 20-point per game scores.
Bro, Darren's going. I mean, Darren's going might not average 24 season, and he can do it.
Like some teams do not have that. Like it's not just like you need it to win a championship. It's a luxury. It's a
You need
luxury
his
to have.
they need Evan Mobley's offensive games to develop. It's not even about dropping 20 points. It's just about having a rare moves or something like face up game. He doesn't have a face up game. He does not. He doesn't have a. I'm going to the elbow line. I'm a jab step, and like he don't got that, bro. He don't have it. I'm sorry. He just doesn't have it.
Please come back to this. Can we please come back to this next year when Evan Mobley is like a most improved player candidate?
Anyways, let's talk about the Lakers.
Oh my.
Let's talk about the Lakers. Lakers go up 2-1. I want to go first. So I gotta say this. Dylan Brooks, I don't know who you thought you were talking to. I don't know why you addressed the king like that. Like you said he needed to drop 40 on you, and then you came out there and have a fucking stinker. You were 3 for 13. You like Dylan Brooks, you just need to shut up because I don't know who you thought you were talking like that. You were a fucking scrub. You're almost liability. You're good on defense, but that's about it. You can't shoot. You can't finish. You're a very inefficient shot chucker. Don't ever talk about LeBron like that ever again in your life. Don't ever touch him like that ever again in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Get that off your chest.
Don't ever touch LeBron like that. Don't ever touch LeBron like that ever again in your life. Don't ever talk about LeBron like that ever again in your life, Dylan Brooks. I don't know who you think you are. You're not him. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say.
I get it.
Also, Ja, you had 45 points, but you scored them points in garbage time. We was already up 20 points. You stopped trying. So LeBron's 25, 9, and 5 was way more effective and important than your 45 points. That shit did not move me. You playing your heart out down 20, and you hurt your ankle and you hurt your calf and your hand is still fucked up. You need to stop. You need to chill out, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Being the only Lakers believer on this podcast, only consistent Lakers believer on this podcast. Some people jump ship whenever. That game scared me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. That game was at the end. I didn't like how close it got. Huh?
We was up 20. We were up 20 points, bro.
We only won by 10. You can say garbage time all you want. Ja was hitting some decent shots. Ja was hitting good shots on a bad hand. You could.
We were going down. We were going under every single screen. We were going under every single screen, bro.
I'm just saying, Ja was still hitting shots with a bad hand. That's cool. He was still hitting shots with a bad hand. When the Lakers offensive, later in that fourth quarter, some of the offensive possessions just weren't really getting anywhere. And I get it. You're saying people weren't trying and stuff. It's still the playoffs. People still are trying as much as you want to say they're not. There were some different times where the offense was not clicking. It kind of looked a little scary. AD was hitting from 3. That was nice. AD hit like 2 threes down in the fourth quarter, which was good. Everyone was playing on the Lakers, playing pretty well. Rui's really had a good series. Rui's been playing very well, hitting good shots, kind of just getting his groove. Normally, I feel like when Rui takes these shots, like he shouldn't be taking these shots. He thinks he's nice. He thinks he's got it, but he's missing. This series has been showing that he can hit those shots. He's been hitting threes, getting in the paint, just kind of getting to a spot and just hitting the shots he has to hit. So, yeah, I mean, looking forward, like obviously that Kings Warriors series is still 2-2, so I don't know who's going to come out of that one. I still have confidence the Lakers are going to come out of this one. But there is a lot to like about this Lakers team. A lot to be happy about as far as how they played and how they like handle home court advantage. I'll be curious to see what they do next game. It is kind of poetic justice that Dylan Brooks got thrown out. I like literally just I was supposed to like flip through the channels, whatever, and I came right to the I just whatever. I took a break from watching the game, turned it right back on, just saw he got kicked out. Um, Wild. I just think after everything that was said, shoot 3 for 13. I think he had like 4 fouls at the time too. He had like a lot of fouls, and then pulled that. So, I mean, I'll be curious to see what happens next game. I don't think Dylan Brooks get ejected next game, so I'll be curious to see how many points LeBron goes off for. But Dylan Brooks, you see the stat? Like Dylan Brooks is statistically the worst defender on LeBron James. Like he allows the most points.
And
like,
he had 5 fouls in game 3. Like he was not good.
Yeah.
In the game,
the first two
in the
games,
game he was talking.
The first two
in the
games,
game he was talking all that shit. He wasn't even good, bro. So I don't know why he was talking like come on, bro.
Through the first 2 games, LeBron was like 6 for 21 with 6 turnovers versus any other defender not named Dylan Brooks. On Dylan Brooks, he was like averaging 26 a game with like 3 threes and 0 turnovers. You know what I mean? Like Dylan Brooks is literally the worst defender on LeBron this series. That's wild that he's talking. But yeah, he's done nothing. So as much as he wants to say that LeBron hasn't dropped 40 on him, Dylan Brooks hasn't dropped 20 on anybody. So really doesn't matter. I guess we'll see next game. But I think if the Lakers win next game, they can close at 5. I know it's kind of obvious to say, but I think if they win next game, I could see them winning it. Memphis just getting out of there.
Yeah, I don't know. Game 5, not game 5. Game 4 is gonna be pivotal for us.
Huge.
Like what I saw from Rui. D'Lo, goddamn, D'Lo, come on, Brody. I need you to play better. He's not playing good. Malik Beasley's not playing good. Troy Brown Jr. is okay. Like when I'm loving the consistent production from Austin Reeves. 80, that's what I'm talking about. 31 points. I need that out of you. Thank you, sir. I didn't like what I see from you in game 2. Great bounce back for game 4. It feels like the series is over. I'm not gonna lie. When Josh drops 45 points, we still win.
I'm not getting too excited.
It feels like the series is over. I'm sorry.
But you just said that it was in garbage time, so you don't really value those 45 points anyway. So you can't.
But he dropped 45 points, and we still won the game. So you still gotta. You know
but you just discredited it for being in garbage time. You gotta pick one side or the other. I think if AD can catch his groove,
that Memphis offense is dog shit. It is terrible. It's not good.
Game two was hitting on all cylinders after
the
first 5 minutes of the first quarter. I'm saying, yeah. And as much as people want to say don't play Ja, right? Like, oh, don't play Ja, your offense is more efficient. You have to play Ja. Like, let's not talk about this like they're going to bench Ja. Like, that's wild. You're not going to bench Ja. No, you're not. I feel like I see shit on Twitter, Instagram. People just be saying like it makes no sense. Like you have to have Ja on the court, even if it just doesn't make sense. You have to have Ja on the court. But I think if AD's got to catch his groove in this series, and I think if AD kind of I'm not saying 31 is going to be consistent. I think AD will eat next series depending on whoever it is. If the Lakers go through, I get what you're saying that Kevon Looney's playing good defense, Andrew Wiggins good defense. I understand, but especially if it's the Kings. AD is eating in that series. Like, he's going for 30 and 15 a night. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's obviously a decreased role with Golden State. The Lakers beat Golden State 3 times this season, 3 times this season. So they've shown they can beat Golden State. But if it's Sacramento, AD is eating. Like, the stuff he did last night, the game 2 stuff, that can never happen again. I'm sorry. That can't happen again. Ja's out of the lineup, and you still can't score. That's bad. That was a bad game. But that game 3 AD, scoring 31, hitting the good shots, getting in the post, shooting the 3 ball, like he was doing what he had to do. He was scoring where he wanted to score. He was pushing Jaren around wherever he wanted to go. If he could do that consistently, right? Again, not 31. That's a lot to ask for. But like AD, I get it. AD might be the best player on the Lakers, whatever. You could say him or LeBron. But AD, like going forward, if he could be the number 1 option, right? AD could be that number 1 guy. Let LeBron facilitate the offense. Let LeBron run the offense. But AD could eat this series, eat next series, and then let's say it's Denver. Let's say it's Phoenix. Or Jokic isn't guarding him, right? DeAndre Ayton isn't guarding him. Like, if he can do what he did this game, just get into a spot, hitting shot, you know what I mean? He played great. Like, I don't see why AD would not push them to the finals.
No, so for the Lakers to actually have any type of championship hopes, Anthony Davis has to be the best player on the team. It can't be LeBron. It needs to be Anthony Davis.
I agree.
We can't rely on a 38-year-old LeBron to take us to win a championship. It has to be Anthony Davis being the best player, being dominant every single game, every single night for us to actually win a championship. That's the only way we can do it. Like LeBron, he's 38 years old. He's in year 20. We cannot rely on a 38-year-old player to win us a championship anymore.
On both ends of the floor, I'd say too. AD has to be the anchor, and it's a lot to ask for, but AD has to anchor that defense, and AD has to be the a fundamental guy on offense, right? I get it. Rui can go off. LeBron could go off. Malik could go off. D'Lo could go. You know what I mean? You could have those guys, but AD has to be the consistency on offense and that anchor on defense. Because I mean, obviously the perimeter defense has not been great. Memphis is still shooting well from the three. I guess last game wasn't a great shooting game at all, but they're still hitting shots from the three. Perimeter defense isn't great. They had some shining moments last night. That was just a bad game for the Grizzlies, but AD has to be consistent. If they play no matter who they play, both teams in this Kings Warriors series have shot the ball pretty well. Obviously, the Warriors starving shooting the ball. The Kings have shot pretty well, especially De'Aaron Fox. So you have who?
They haven't shot well from three at all, and they haven't shot well from the field. Neither one of the teams have been that efficient offensively. They just hit a lot of threes. So
that's what I'm just saying. I think the three balls.
31% for
can't guard.
31% for Steph. I mean, not for Steph, for the Warriors, and like 30% for Kings. We gonna talk about that. So if we want to move on to the Kings and Warriors, we can talk about that.
Are you done talking about the Lakers?
Yeah, I'm done. You know, I had to get myself about Drew, about Dylan Brooks, and yeah.
Dylan Brooks.
Kings and Warriors. That was game 4 today. Very exciting game. Came down to the wire. This has been the most exciting series of the playoffs up until this point. I think the Warriors really controlled the game for most of the game, and then later you saw the lack of experience for the Kings really show down the stretch. They made key turnovers and terrible bad shots, especially Malik Monk and Harrison Barnes, who I really didn't expect that from down the stretch. I saw that from them. But then you saw that mistake by Curry, which was really un-Curry like. He called a timeout when they did not have a timeout. So yeah, man. I knew the Warriors were gonna protect home court. When they went down 2-0, I wasn't phased at all. I knew they were gonna win the next 2 games. I could see them potentially closing this out in 6 still. I think they can beat the. I think still game 5. The series is over. Whoever wins this series, whatever team wins on the road first is winning the series in my eyes. I think if the Warriors take game 5, they win the series in 6. I think if the Kings take game 5, they probably win the series in 7. Back at home.
Well, I think it's. Is it fair just to say that if the Warriors win a road game, they win? If they don't, they lose? Because the Kings essentially don't have to.
They have to win a road game. They have to win a road game.
The Kings don't. It's 2-2. The Kings don't have to win a road game. They could win next game. They could win game 5, lose game 6, win game 7. The only pressure, like that's what's the crazy part about this is that's how the series should go, right? You win your 2 at home, you lose your 2 away. So it's 2-2 right now, right? That's how every series should go, right? 2-2, right? 2-2, 1-1-1. So like right now, the series is just going how it's supposed to go. I get it. It's crazy to see a 2-0 swing both ways, right? Go from 2-0 to 2-2. But like the Kings handle business at home, they're going to the next round, right? Like it's as simple as that. The pressure on the Warriors to win a road game. They have 2 chances to do it, but the pressure on the Warriors to win a road game. I still think the Warriors will go through. I guess I still can't see Steph losing to the Kings round 1, but yeah, it's simply on the Warriors to win this game, to win a road game.
Yeah, I like what I saw from Draymond. He really limited Sabonis today. Also, Draymond made plays down the stretch. Defensive plays down the stretch to help them win in this game. Even on the last play, he helped Stephen Curry when helped stop De'Aaron Fox from driving, and he switched. Then Curry made a great closeout. So, yeah, man.
I was just looking at the 3-point percentage. The Warriors have consistently shot 32%. This game itself was 41% from each team. So this game, 3-point shooting wise, was very good. I think De'Aaron Fox keeps impressing me every game. I get they lost this game, but down the stretch, except the last play of the game, was pretty bad. That play broke down. That wasn't that good. But still hitting clutch shots. So it's nice to see De'Aaron Fox still playing at that level.
Yeah, but so I'm sick of my original pick of Warriors in 6. I think I'll close it out in 6. But yeah, that's the recap of the game 3s, game 4s. Go ahead.
Quick question. Just updated finals. Updated finals. Who you got? Updated final matchup.
That's crazy. Damn. Not confident in the Suns anymore. Not confident in the Suns anymore. Not confident in the Suns anymore.
We didn't touch on that. We skipped that. We should have talked about it, but we didn't.
Yeah, not confident in the Suns. Their bench is trash. They've been playing their stars a lot of minutes. A lot of
wear and tear.
Yeah, so I'm not really confident in the Suns. I don't like their bench depth. The Warriors, probably most confident in the Warriors, probably because of all their pass and they seem like they're turning it on at the right time. I don't know about the Lakers. I think we have this probably, if anything, the third or fourth best chances in the West. I'll probably put the Nuggets over us. I'll probably put the Nuggets. Probably put the Nuggets and Warriors. That's it. I think Lakers have the third best chance in the West to win the championship.
I think my finals matchup might have changed.
Celtics Warriors, or Celtics Lakers.
Yeah. I want the Bucks to make it. I really do. I'll be sad if they don't. But the Giannis injury, I get it's not that big. We'll see what happens next round. But first of all, Boston losing a game is kind of weird to me. I don't think they should have lost, but still, I'm not really worried. I think I might switch it up to a LA Boston matchup for the finals. That's all reliant on Giannis's health. Giannis going down definitely hurts that. But I think if Giannis is healthy, I think this Bucks Celtics series could be one for the ages. I think it can go 7. It'll be I think it'll be a very, very good series. So I might switch it up to Celtics, Celtics Lakers. What's up?
That was the recap of Game 3s and Games 4. We're gonna have some more content coming on the way. It's probably about for NFL draft, maybe a little bit more playoffs. And I think the first round will be over in a couple of days, so we'll see. We're gonna make some videos about the team's future after losing the first round, second round predictions, all of that. So those will be coming soon. A lot more comments coming soon. We're gonna try to record in the next couple of days because we took so long off. If you got anything else to say, we can head out, Max.
All good. Appreciate you guys for listening.